So just want to share a couple things with y'all. I'm actually going to check out the state of Jane Kim. She's actually running for insurance commissioner for California. Now, here's some of the interesting things besides being Korean American, which is something I definitely cover. She was actually previously, I think, a state lead for Bernie Sanders, and she's actually been endorsed by Bernie Sanders. Now, an example of someone else who actually ran with Bernie, who actually worked for Bernie Sanders is Brianna Joy Gray, who's actually been working to cover up and control what's going on in third-party independent space. So, while I have respect for the Bernie crowd and stuff like that, really it's not about Bernie himself, it's about the community. I have some concerns. Also, just so you know, I noticed that some other people were liking the post, like this guy named Fung, one of the Fung brothers. And the thing is that this guy, Fung, has actually been in ongoing work to promote Andrew Yang. But Andrew Yang, just so you know, got rid of all the Asian Americans in his squad because of, weird warped stuff he was doing, and Fung never really got involved then. So I think really what happened is that Yang's trying to pay off influencers to make it seem like he's got support that he ain't really got. Okay? And Tiger in the Room podcast, Hannah Kim, I think, is somewhat involved with that. Okay, they're trying to cover the tracks for the way that Grace Meng, if you look at a Tiger in the Room podcast, I think I've done a dive through on my channel on exploring the Korean rabbit hole. You're going to see that she has had Grace Meng on, China Mac. It's really a delivery system to make Grace Meng more palatable. So, okay. I emailed her definitely, and I even got her, you can see me in the live stream on Grace Talk. No, that was on my live stream. I was actually interviewed by Grace Talk Media outside of the event, but I hand my info off to Hannah. You can see it in the video. But there's a bunch of gatekeepers that's really trying to control what's going on in the Asian American space. So we're going to go check it out. This is a friendly visit, but there's a lot. To tell you the truth, what's going on in Israel, Palestine, I think there's similar things going on in Korea. And just the way that they knocked out Iran stuff, could they be planning to do something similar to North Korea, or DPRK, as it's also known as. I can't recommend that at all. But voices like mine are silenced, right? So, look, I'm here in New York City. There's definitely international intrigue going on. Is there a connection between Jane Kim and maybe even the Republic of Korea? We know that, what's her name? There was actually a Korean American spy that I actually went into the courtroom, and that's on my channel as well too. I was there live. So, Sumi Terry, that's the one, yeah? Also another person who's involved with this Korean stuff is Korea Society. We got that guy named Max Boot, who actually is, it's pretty obvious tied to CIA. So that's pretty exciting. Anyways, we're about to, will I even be let in? There's a lot of weird, surveillance going on in this space. Hey, I'm just the honest Korean American boy trying to get some answers and questions and trying to settle some business out here. So, before I go in, right, I do have my press pass in case trying to help my credibility over there. But I've been dealing with these types of situations for a long time. A lot of the Asian Americans, not only in the Democrat world, because it's very strong there, but also in the Republican world, they're also trying to pick and choose. And I get it. It's safer to have a shill than someone who could ask some complicated questions. But that's our democracy, or whatever they call our republic, whatever our government is. It's supposed to have some kind of openings to kind of conversation. So we're on the way. We're gonna lamp outside a little bit. We're gonna see who shows up. I already did I already filmed. You guys can check it right now. I already filmed it on my phone. Who actually liked the post? Jason Chu Music once again. And also another interesting person who's actually going to be at this event, or who's actually advertised as being, is someone named Trip Yang. And Trip Yang has something called, I think that's his name. He's got something called Trip Yang Strategies. I don't think he's related to Andrew Yang, by the way. But it's going to be very, I've actually reached out to this person before. If you look at my channel, you see that I have actually a professional campaign consultant making a free presentation for, grassroots activists, right? The poor people, the people that can't afford the professional help or the help of, industry. So, Jane Kim, I looked her up. She does say she's not going to take any money from the insurance companies, and that's actually a good thing. But the money can be donated and hidden in other ways. So even though on paper it doesn't look like, donations came from insurance companies, they could come in from individual contributions that are actually used to mask, right? The CEO can send a message down, X amount of people, right? We need to mobilize in this way. So just so you know, what's his name? Michael Bloomberg, when he was running for president, on day one, he already had all his petitions signed. Oh, Emma Eber, what's up? I had a lot of unnatural attention on this channel, right? So it's good to see you, but I'm pretty sure I'm being monitored because, look, the fact of the matter is that I'm touching on some real stuff going on in the electoral space out here. So, like I said, Korea actually might be wrapped up in some kind of international intrigue. Sumi Terry, Chris An, I think that his case just got dropped. He was supposed to be deported to Spain to answer for breaking into a DPRK embassy. Yeah. Where are you at? I'm headed towards, I'm actually going to shut down, but I'm actually headed to the event. Jane Park has an event in Midtown. They don't want to give out the address, which I understand, so I'm not going to, I will shut off, but I also just want to document what I'm going to do, what I'm planning to do at the event. One thing is, just so you know, I actually was the New York State coordinator for something called the People's Party, and while I was there, I found out that the people who are running the anti-war movement, who are deeply involved in third-party independent space, are actually involved with sex abuse and theft, just like Jeff Epstein. So I'm going to try to bring that up, ask if some of this can be looked into. There's actually a very potent example. For example, this guy named Scott Ritter. Okay, Jeff Epstein was only put in jail one time, only convicted once for pedophilia. Scott Ritter was convicted twice, once in Pennsylvania, once in New York. Look, why is he being promoted into space? They could choose anybody, right? I'm not even going to blame Scott Ritter for this. The fact of the matter is that there's other executives or higher-ups in the anti-war movement and the third-party space who are engaged in sexual abuse and theft. In order to normalize this and to send a message to the rest of the people that have been impacted, like myself, that we can do whatever we want. We can install whoever we want and make them a celebrity. They're actually correct. But, I'm here on the ground, so once again, we'll see if we can get into this event. Anything is possible, but I don't think they want problems, right? Like, if they ban me from the event, then it will be a problem. So, my name is DJ Elf7. You can look it up, right? So, DJElf7.com has my website, and I have receipts on all the things I talked about. So, hope you guys go back and take a look. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna shut it down. I think we're very close to the event. So I'll see you guys later, right? Thanks for watching. God bless. I'm gonna see if I can film inside. We're gonna see what happens. These lefties talk about having an open society. Often it's not. We're gonna see though.